I've been going to college full-time for about 2 years now, but I've been taking online classes this whole time. It wasn't until this year I finally had to start going to classes in person because of my major. And taking online courses versus going in person was a very interesting experience. Okay, I am a very anxious person when it comes to being around strangers. I am able to communicate with others and I have no problem working in groups, but I have a very hard time trying to make small talk. I always assumed going to university was a more quiet environment. I think maybe the university that I go to just has a lot of extroverted students, but man, has it been wild. I had to start taking some engineering and math courses in person, and on the first day I was very nervous. I even started to shake and sweat because of how nervous I was, thinking of how I'm gonna mess up by making a terrible first day impression of myself. Thinking about this now though, I don't think I should have been so nervous. People in college literally do not care and they just want to get the day over with and go home. Other than my severe academic anxiety, college is just really weird and confusing. Not all college advisors are the same, but I have gotten some advisors that have not been helpful. I had to restart my science electives because apparently the first science class I chose for the first year of college wasn't offering the second part of it, and where I go, you need to have 2 semesters of the same science subject. When I had the meeting to pick out classes with the college advisor, they told me it was completely fine if I took geology and I was allowed to pick other elective classes I wanted for the first year since we wanted to get those over with, along with general education courses I needed to take. Now I've been slightly held back. My college wasn't offering the second geology class anytime soon, so I had to restart again. I did enjoy geology very much. I loved it. I loved that class, but it does feel like a waste of time. These were the moments that made me want to drop out of college many times. Now, for the classes that are electives and aren't part of your major, why do they make them so hard? Engineering, math, and programming classes are tough, but nothing could have prepared me for art history and Gothic architecture. Those classes really kicked my ass. We had to write a minimum of 3-page essays every 2 weeks about what we liked and whatever topics we were studying for those 2 weeks. And we also had an assignment due every 2 days. I passed the classes, but it's just really frustrating. If you do bad in any of your elective classes, your GPA can become obliterated. I understand that taking these classes are important in college because they want students to develop skills and whatnot, but it's still frustrating. My engineering classes were much easier than those 2 classes combined. Now, for my engineering class, it was very chaotic. This class is where I actually made friends and became less nervous talking to new people. When I first walked in and sat at a random table, people immediately started a conversation with me. At first, I felt nervous, but gradually became more comfortable and less anxious. It turns out I really vibe with these people. Sometimes we'd goof off way too much instead of doing actual work. I may or may not have procrastinated a lot. The professor was also pretty random. He would say the most out-of-pocket things. When it's time to sign up for classes for the next semester, it feels like a race. You need to get up as soon as you can, don't waste time, and make sure to use Rate My Professors at the same time so you can get the good professors. Last year, I completely forgot to sign up for classes on sign-up day. I didn't even realize until a day later, but it was already too late. What I don't understand is why do they offer the same classes with different professors where one doesn't give a fuck and another one is way too strict and evil. I was very fortunate to get a chemistry professor that was very lenient and even allowed open note exams. My friend, on the other hand, had an evil professor that forced them to memorize the periodic table. We were both able to pass chemistry, but it does feel weird that the same course can either be extremely hard or very easy to pass depending on the professor you get. Now, for group projects. In college, you will meet all types of people. The overachiever, the one just trying to survive and trying their best, and the one who doesn't give a shit. I've always heard that group projects in college can be a mess, and I didn't fully understand that until now. For my engineering class, whatever table you chose to sit on the first day was going to be the group you will be working with for the rest of the semester. I didn't think much of this and thought, it should be fine. No, every time we had a group project, I always stressed on who would be doing what. My group had very lovely and friendly people, but some of them would slack off for the whole project and only come back once it's time to test and turn it in. This video isn't to fully hate on college. Everyone has different experiences when they're there. Others have a wonderful time, while others are barely existing and just want to finish school as soon as possible. College can help a lot of people develop new skills, and there are many careers that require people to have a college degree, but not everyone likes college, and that is okay. After being in school for a few years, I definitely understand why not many people like it. I mean, look at me. I'm doing just fine.